everybody? I know y'all like JL, what you doing? I never see you on a Saturday. What is going on? A lot of y'all been hearing me talk about this new podcast I've been working on. Well, this is it. The Josh Jackson Radio Show. Definitely want to keep this movement going. I'll get into it. I know y'all got a lot of questions, but we'll get into that next time when I got more time. But while we here, man, I have the pleasure, the honor of sitting down with a lot of people refer to him as the funniest motherfucker they ever seen. I think he was dubbed the Prince at one point by D.L. Hughley. But I'm going to go ahead and introduce Mr. Clint Coley and let him tell you a little bit more about himself.
I don't even know who Clint Coley is, man.
Oh, you don't know him at all?
I've never heard of Clint Coley. I know who Clint Coley is.
Okay.
I don't know who he is.
So you listen, he always coming out the way I pronounce things.
I don't know who Clint Coley is, man. Nah, like, you know what's crazy? This may sound bad, but see, you got an easy name, Josh Jackson.
Right.
They already know what that, you didn't have to grow up, and people getting your name wrong. But I think that when you, and as the further I get in this business, you know what I'm saying, like, I really take it personal. Like, prime example, like on contracts.
Right.
Anderson .Paak does not perform or does not sign the contract if you forget the dot in his name.
Dang. What's the...
There's a dot in his name. It's Anderson .Paak. If you forget the dot, he won't sign the contract.
Okay, so that makes sense then.
That's important. So like my thing is like I'm not saying my name ain't Clint Coley.
Right.
But like I don't want people to get comfortable, calling me Cooley. Like I've been doing that shit my whole life, and then now you get older, and you're starting to make a name for yourself. Like nah, I'm not Cooley. Like nah, it's Coley. And you know what I'm saying? Like it's almost like what Kanye say? In 2 years, Dwayne Wayne became Dwayne Wade.
Damn.
Like when Dwayne Wade first came out, we was calling him Dwayne Wayne.
That is a fact.
You know what I'm saying? When so many times we kind of was calling Russell Wilson Russell Westbrook. Like
that is a fact too.
So it's like it's like man, get it right. Like you know what I'm saying? Not you, I mean you too.
Right, nah, for sure.
You know, like I definitely take that like not personal, but I take that serious.
We're gonna do it just like this. We're gonna run it back.
There we go.
I'm gonna have my guy T-Mac.
No, don't cut it. Keep this shit in there. Why would you cut that?
What you mean?
Because there might be somebody out here who listens to this podcast be like, yo, they fucking up my name.
Right.
That's right. Stop fucking up my name. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, Lakeisha, Lafithia, or whatever you did. Don't let them fuck up your name. You are who you are.
That's a fact, though. That's a fact. So tell the people a little bit about yourself, obviously. You know what I mean, where you hail from. We in your city, but...
yeah, we definitely in my city. Like, how you going to ask me where I hail from, where I'm at?
Listen.
Where I live, where I'm from.
So let me explain this. I'm from Jersey.
Yeah, it's always you motherfuckers.
Listen, y'all hate us for some reason, but I moved to West Philly in 2018.
Okay.
And I'm still getting acclimated. I feel like the year before the pandemic, I'm like, yo, Philly is the best city on earth.
Yeah.
They locked us in the house for 14, 15 months.
Yeah.
So I'm still kind of getting to know the area. So all my influence, usually the people I'm rocking with, they still back home. So
I guess to sum it up, tell the people about yourself. That's always been an awkward first date question. You ever notice that? Like they be like, "Yo, tell me about yourself." Well, my name is John, and I ride bikes for. I don't. Look, man, people either know you or they don't. So like my name, and I know I'm being difficult right now, but I'm Clint Coley. I tell jokes for a living. And I'm a content creator, and I'm a fellow podcast person, and that's it. And I have fun doing it.
I got it.
That's it. That's all I have.
So I just gotta ask, man, because everybody got a different path and to get into entertainment. How did you decide comedy was it for you? How'd you first get started? And when did you start realizing, like, no, I'm actually crazy, like, nice at this? This is...
So I got started back in 2007.
Okay.
And I was trying to talk to this girl, blah, 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 like that. Because I've told this story so many times, you know what I'm saying? So at some point, you like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Because it's not, and here's the thing, it's not unique either. Like, and I don't say that in a sense of, like, where people... Where like my thing is a lot of comedians get started on some happenstance shit. Like it never most of us don't know that we want to do this when we're younger. Like I didn't grow up saying like, yo, I want to be a comedian or anything like that. It kind of just fell in my lap.
Gotcha.
And you said the point where I realized I got nice. I don't feel like I got nice until I was about 12 years in. You gotta remember, man, it take a long time to develop as a comedian. And on top of that, it depends on when you start and how you started, and all of these things matter. Like, you know, we talk, you know, Malcolm Gladwell talks about the 10,000 hours in his book and Outliers.
Right.
And, yo, you really do, like, I didn't think, like, to be really great at what you do have to put in that kind of work. And I didn't believe it until I realized, like, around year 8, year 9, like, I'm getting better, but I literally see the transition from being, like, good to being like, oh, I'm elite now.
Right.
I think that what happens is, couple things happen. I started stand-up at 19. So I didn't have a perspective at 19. I didn't know anything more. I didn't know anything. Yeah, everything I talked about was either fucking or whatever. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was nothing was ever, it was never, like, I didn't have a perspective on life.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And then you gotta remember, like, now I'm in my 30s, so once you cross that threshold of going through some stuff, and it don't even got to be bad stuff, it be good stuff, you know what I'm saying? But actually living life and seeing what life is about, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can figure it out, you know what I'm saying? So that's where for me.
Mama calling me, yo.
Yeah, I didn't want to say nothing.
No, and that's crazy too, cause my mom is 68. She don't really be knowing. She probably don't even know she calling me right now. But continue.
Oh no, my mom be knowing she be calling me, man. She be like, why ain't you answering the phone? You know, my mom thinks I don't. My mom does not know. Like, she knows what I do for a living.
Right.
But like, sometimes my mom really either she don't know or she don't give a fuck. Which
right.
one is it? I think it's the latter. Yeah, she don't care. All right. Yeah, my mom, she don't care. I'll be like, yo, I'm in a meeting. Step out.
My mom forgets, and so it's like I tell my mom, I have the same schedule. I'm at work. She'll call me every day at 1 o'clock. What you doing?
I'm at work.
I'm at work, Mom. And she get annoyed with me because I'm not as excited. It's like, Mom, you're supposed to know where I'm at right now.
Yeah, exactly.
But no, so making it, you said obviously starting at 19, learning you was nice. And ironically, with the whole concept of this not being something you know you want to do, that's the part with comedy. I feel like with rappers, people get into music
because rappers, a lot of rappers want to be famous and shit, man.
And I think that's the issue.
A lot of rappers just want to be famous. A lot of rappers, like, here's the thing, now where comedy is going, because comedy is such an online thing now, and everybody feel like they can do it. But back in the day, like, stand up for people, you know, you just couldn't. And it's not even that you just couldn't get up there and do it, but it's like, you know, it takes practice.
Right.
You know, you got to put in some level of effort or work or some sort of like serious. Like, you can't just walk on stage and be funny. It's not that easy. You know what I'm saying? So there was a sort of like a respect for the craft. Not saying that people disrespected them, but there was a sort of respect, and there was a sort of but with rappers, you watch that and you kind of feel like anybody can do that.
Right.
Like, I watched, like, now when I watch rappers like you know, my favorites like DMX and Jay-Z and Nas, and Biggie, I was like, hey, everybody can't do that.
Right.
But like, don't forget, there was some whack niggas when I was growing up too, and I was like, yo, I can do that. Like, you know what I mean?
Especially now. I mean, for me now, like, I used to want to be a rapper, and it's ironic because I'm like, no, I'm running out of stuff to talk about. It was the same song, just different beats. Like, I smack you. I will smack her. And it was just like, all right, you gotta
smack you, I smack her. That was your rap.
Literally.
Yo, what's up? I smack you, I smack her. You smack me, I smack you back. Like,
absolutely. But listen, it was so crazy because you like, I mean, I'll be 32 next month. And I feel like I grew up in that,
so old.
Yeah, you know it. But I feel like I grew up in that era where lyrics meant something. Like, you had to come with.
You grew up in that era where lyrics.
Yeah, no, for real. I know I sound crazy because I'm a little young, but for real, like, I feel like in that era, like, you had to be able to talk about something.
I think lyrics mean something now.
How so?
Here's what y'all fail to realize about music, and I think that people are really jaded to this. History legitimately repeats itself.
Okay.
Like, lyrics did not matter in the songs that were big hits growing up. Let's think about this, right? I'm gonna take you back, right? Today is August.
Okay.
2021.
Okay.
I'm gonna take you back 20 years ago. 20 years ago. To this date 20 years ago. I don't know the exact what I was doing.
Right.
But July 31st, 2001, right? I don't know if you remember, but this summer specifically, it was, first of all, Jadakiss and Beanie were battling.
Oh, wow.
And growing up in Philly was like a thing. And Jay-Z unbeknownst to us, was about to drop one of the best hip-hop albums we've ever heard in our lives, right?
Okay, what's that?
The Blueprint.
The Blueprint 1?
The Blueprint 1.
Okay, got it.
Now, but the first single off the album was H to the Izzo. And last I checked, there's no There's no serious bars in H. I mean, there's some dope ass shit that he say. Like he says, I'm overcharging labels for what they did to the Cold Crush. Like you gotta know hip hop to know that line. You know what I'm saying? But like, you know, you gotta realize like the beat. I mean, the beat is a sample of. The beat is a sample of "I Want You Back" by Michael Jackson.
Okay.
And the hook is H to the Izzo. Like that's not.
I mean, but even what you just the lyrics.
Jay-Z's a quality rapper.
Right.
This thing is like, so my thing is here's the thing. There's just as many quality rappers today as it was back in the day. The problem is that, or not even the problem, the difference is that we keep thinking that everything on the radio was supposed to be stimulating.
Right.
Y'all gotta realize like the hottest song in 2002 was Hot in Here. Where was the bars in that song?
I was in middle school. I ain't gonna lie though. Nelly definitely was killing it.
No, even in 2000, I'll even go back to 2001, bro. Like Elliot just came off the album Country Grammar. Like, bro, he had a song called Underlay, Mami, E.I.E. Nigga, that's Speedy Gonzalez.
You're absolutely right. Damn, I never thought
that's
about
Speedy Gonzalez. Underlay, E.I.E. Like, he literally.
And we eat that shit up. I ain't gonna lie, we was eating that shit up.
And then let's hear it. You want to start with the lyrics? I'm a sucker for cornrows and manicured toes. Fendi capri pants and parasuit goes. Like that shit ain't hot.
One or two, yeah. Yeah, you're right though.
That shit ain't hot.
That's actually.
And think about it, if you heard that on another beat, like literally, like if a rapper today said, you know, I'm a sucker for cornrows and manicured toes, like that's how he rap. It's just the style, but like, you know what I mean? Like
if you put that to Amigos type flow, like that.
Yeah, like you know what I mean? I'm a sucker for cured toes, manicured toes. Like,
that's honestly though, and it's crazy. So my perspective on music is and it's ironic because I have to listen to you for real for me to make sure obviously I can vibe with you. So when people look at when I say Future is actually my favorite rapper, sometimes people look at me like I'm crazy.
I'm looking at you like
why though?
I don't think he can rap.
Okay, so do you really? He like self-explanatory, right? But here's my thing though. So do you really listen to Future? I say this to everybody.
Do I listen actively?
Right.
No. Have I given Future a chance? Yes.
Okay.
Was I impressed with what I heard? No.
Okay.
I'm not. Here's the thing. Like I have an objective music opinion.
Okay.
Like I don't like what I don't like.
That's cool.
But I'll also give it a chance. And then there be joints I do like. Like, you know, my girl just put me on a Brent Fire song the other day. I ain't know about.
Brent's nice.
Brent Fire, I like Brent Fire. I mean, but here's the thing though. There was a song we was in the car, and she was a song one time I was like, yo, what the fuck are we listening to, yo? But it was Brent Fire. Like, you know what I'm saying? My thing is that yo, I give people an opportunity to impress me. You know, the baby has impressed me. He has. Not today. I've canceled him.
What? Wait, so you canceled him for what just recently happened?
Yeah, absolutely.
Comments? Okay.
Absolutely. It's not even that I'm canceling him. It's not about the comments.
Okay.
It's the behavior after the comments.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go into that a little bit because I don't know if y'all know what's going on out there at home, but it was. I kind of glanced through that. He made some homophobic.
Yeah,
comments.
so he was just. So here's the thing. He was just like, I don't fuck with niggas who be sucking dick in the back of cars and blah blah. Some weird shit. And I'm just like, why are you thinking about men sucking dick in back in cars? Like I've never. That's not crossed my mind. Like yo, I don't like niggas who suck dick in back. That's never been on my mind. And then to go out there and double down. So like my thing is, you see that you getting backlash, blah 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 blah. Yo, my bad. I meant what I said. Okay.
So now you got to deal with.
Now you got to deal with the repercussions, and you know, then there's people like, it's not a big deal, and it's like, look, man, like, you don't. It's just, yo, bro, it's homophobic.
Right.
Why? Let me ask you a question. Let me ask, like, honest question. Let's just say you walking by, and there's a nigga sucking another man's dick in the car.
Yeah, I don't even think my reaction is immediately gonna be, oh shit, what is he doing? But I'm gonna continue. Like,
just keep moving.
It's nothing over there. For
Are you going to call the police?
No, not
Are
at
you
all.
going? Are you going?
No.
It is what it is. Like,
absolutely.
What's so bad? What's the problem with that?
And honestly, when you put it that way, he often brags about him getting head in a car. So I mean, if you're gonna say it's okay for a woman to suck your dick in the car,
well, maybe it's not a woman that's sucking his dick in the car.
Yeah, listen.
You want to have that conversation?
Listen.
If you care, because I'm not the righteous police or anything like that. But like, yo, genuinely, I've never cared about who's doing who.
Right.
Never. That's never been like, if you telling me you gay, like what? I've never even been the boy to be like, yo, keep that gay shit away from me. I've never even said that.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, it's like, if they try, like, Here's the thing what niggas don't realize about gay things, about anything homosexual.
Right.
It takes two to tango.
Absolutely. They not. I think people think it's gonna rub off like you walk past.
Yeah, like you gonna touch my butt now. I like dick.
Right.
Like no, like it's like remember back in the day when you would get the fart touch.
Right.
Niggas think it's the gay touch. Like oh, you got the gay touch.
Oh shit, damn. See, I wasn't gay until this nigga touched me.
Yeah, dog. Like yo, like grow up, man. Like
I mean, so something else too. Since we on the subject, I think something you said at your show one time that stood out to me. And you didn't go into detail, but you talked about Kevin Samuel and this idea of you're not with men tearing down black women.
Yeah. Now, is this at the show earlier? Like this was like March, right?
Yeah. This was a while ago.
No, this was this year.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. So this was like March. Yeah, I remember the show. I remember that distinctly. Was you at the Wednesday show or the Thursday show?
Both, actually.
Oh,
yeah,
nice.
Both. So I stumbled across some tickets. My man's in them. Shout out to Jordan. Gave me some tickets to the first show.
Yeah.
And I got to tell y'all, man, I hit Clint and was like, yo, your show amazing, bro. Made me want to go even harder at comedy. He actually responded and said, look, yo, you know what I mean? Keep going. Don't stop. And come back tonight if you can. I wasn't able to perform. And the security guard, I ain't gonna lie, that he was securing shit. I mean, like, he had me out front, like, looking crazy.
My bad,
like,
man.
No, it was, he gonna say, because he like, yeah, well, who you here for? So I'm like, well, you know, the headliner, Clint, he's like, well, you gonna have to tell him come to the door.
So I sent my cousin, so I had my cousin Bam working security. I sent them out there, but he said he ain't seen nobody. So I don't know what he said to you that made you want to leave. And
no, it was, I don't, you know what, I was sitting out there for a few minutes, and that's when I'm like, you know, I know you was busy, but he talking about I gotta come in there and get you. I'm like, I'm not about to disrupt this man getting his mind right for the show. But I was at both shows, you spoke on it, and you didn't go into detail, but I liked to hear that. Like, so what's your thoughts on it? Because some people hate Kevin Samuel, some people love him.
I don't hate Kevin, and I don't tear another black man down on his platform.
Gotcha.
I believe that, you know, whatever he does is what he does. I just don't agree with it.
Okay.
And I don't watch it, and I don't like, for me, to me, it comes off a little sassy. And I don't mean sassy like I'm trying to disrespect the man or on some not man shit.
It come off a little sassy.
But it come off, it's like, yo, like, why you so, like, I've never, like, okay, I've made a reputation off checking women on my podcast, right? And I don't really be checking women, though. Like, there's two types of ways to check women. You can check a woman with being with force and being like, yo, you gonna do what I say, blah, 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 blah. And women like, yo, like, most women gonna be like, yo, who the fuck you talking to? Like, especially black women. And I don't mean that on some, like, y'all angry or nothing like that. It's just like, you just not gonna talk to him like that.
Right.
Then you can check a woman respectfully. And if she doesn't understand or feel where you coming from, then that be the end of it. But for him, it seems like he get off with checking black, like,
and going
humiliating him, going through hard. Yeah, it just feel like that you wake up in the morning trying to figure out, well, who these, like, it's really like you. I feel like he's like, who these bitches think they are, like.
So this is my thing too, right? And I play devil's advocate, but so I was on that impression too until I seen him go in on a man the same way, like, and it was like, okay, so talk to everybody the same way. So
when you go in on men, right? It's like, here's the thing, right? Men, first of all, men worship this guy.
They do. Men
worship him. You know what they do? Men really use Kevin Samuels almost like they use him as a metaphor. Right? Like, if a woman say some shit that's quote unquote out of pocket, they'll send you a Kevin Samuels picture.
They will though.
You know what I mean? Like, he's become the poster boy of like, yo, tell these women to shut the fuck up. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
When it comes to him checking men, though, he's not checking men either. He just trying, now when it comes to men, he just trying to be funny and prove that he's prove that he's quote unquote unbiased.
Right.
But he's not. He has whatever agenda that he has. I don't know him. Again, I'm not talking about him. I'm just saying I don't agree with Bull.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And you know, but when I don't agree with somebody, I just don't listen.
Right. Same thing with the sucking dick. Like, if you want to suck a dick, you go ahead and.
It's not even, not that. It's that, like, well, with that, it's more so for me. Like, when it's come to gay, anything gay, or homosexual. Excuse my disrespect.
Right.
But if anything homosexual, that goes for man or woman or whatever you want to decide you want to do. I'm still going to treat you the same way, and I'm still going to be your friend.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now, if you ask, like, okay, I got a homeboy, you know, he said he want to be a girl.
Okay,
Alright.
that's a little different.
It's not. What's different about it? What's that's happening these days, right?
You're actually right though. I sometimes I gotta remember. The
And if he
world
wanted,
where it's at now.
if right now he's still a guy.
Okay.
But the moment he becomes a woman and he wants to be addressed as a woman, I'm going to address her like that.
Okay.
We're not even on some like, fuck it, all right? Like, nah, I'm going to respect her wishes, dog. Here's the thing: when motherfuckers go to jail, get locked up out here in Philly, they come home and now all of a sudden their name is something else. You know what I'm saying? You want people to respect that, right?
That is the same thing.
It's the same thing.
Damn.
You want me to respect your name, like Muhammad Ali. His name ain't Muhammad Ali. So is Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. That's not what they were born as. I'm sorry.
Right. But
if I address Kareem as Lou,
you're gonna look at you right.
I'm like, yo, what's up, Lou?
You're gonna definitely look at you like, okay, you disrespecting me.
You disrespected me, dog.
We gotta go outside immediately. Matter of fact, we're gonna do this right here.
Yo, the only way you get to call Kareem Lou is if you knew him before he was a basketball player. You were in jail and in the hole for the last 50 years, so you don't even know that this guy's arguably the greatest basketball player of all time. And you walked up to him on the street like, yo, I remember you, Lou. Remember me from 5th grade? Name's not Lou anymore. My bad. I've been locked up.
Right. That's probably the only way.
That's the only way, which is not going to happen.
So, for me, honestly, too, I feel like sometimes you have to see things directly in front of you to understand how
Right.
it is outside. So I have a gay older brother. My mom has 5 sons. The one above me is gay. And growing up with a gay older brother, it changed my whole perspective on things. Because I'll be honest, it went through a period of time where, me and my brother was at odds. Because, kids is kids. So they don't understand. So
you probably calling them all types of names.
No, sometimes.
Yeah, no, that's what we did. That's what we was kids back. Listen. I used to make fun of my little sister because my sister's dark.
Okay.
Like, I'm talking like your shirt dark.
Okay.
But only I can say that. You see what I'm saying? And I don't. And now that we're talking about skin color and blah blah blah, we get older and understand like the importance of like making sure that we don't treat people. But when we was younger, kids are mean.
Very, very. So what they would do is I remember the jokes. Your brother probably touch your butt when you go home. So it got to the point where it get to the point where
I would have said that shit.
Yeah, they used to say
I definitely would have said that dumb shit.
And it got to the point right where my brother had to walk me to school, but I would run like all the way up the block just so they wouldn't see him walking me. And he'd get to the corner. I'm good right here, bro. Like I'm good right now. I'm gonna walk you to the door. No, I'm good right here.
I get it.
And it got to the point where what actually helped me and my brother connect was music. You know what I'm saying? Because me and him could sit down and appreciate the same song. Now, my brother's favorite artists are Whitney Houston, Mariah Carey. Like, that's when he thinks it's right. Like, that's his era. That's who he like.
Yes.
But at the same time, he can appreciate, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If I throw on some 50 Cent or some Future or Migos or something to that same effect. So.
Well, I think people don't understand, like, gay don't mean y'all don't, like, think about it like this, right? Like, let's just say a gay guy takes on somewhat of a feminine persona, right?
Right.
You meet a girl, there's girls that's into Mobb Deep. There's girls that's into, you know what I mean? Like, Currency and fucking, like, you know what I mean? There's girls that's into that shit.
To be honest, females now, it's Moneybagg Yo, it's Yo Gotti. Even on some, to be honest, right? Like, and I think maybe I'm in the wrong generation because, like, women nowadays are so tough, and I think this is fucking my head up. Like I remember 10 years ago, if I wanted to set the mood, it's Usher, it's Trey Songz, it's one of them. Now I'm telling you, they setting the mood. They putting the Moneybagg, Yo.
I don't know what kind of women you date.
I'm telling you, they be from all over. Shout out to North Philly now.
Yeah. Like, I haven't encountered that.
Really?
Never.
So all your women you still feel like
wait.
Let me not say it like that. I'm about to get a live hook thrown on camera.
Yeah.
But okay, yeah, I don't know. So I just feel like
no, but I know what you meant. All your girlfriends or any girl that you dealt with previously, I know what you meant.
They pretty ratchet.
No, I mean, you know what's crazy, bro? Like, I don't attract like hood rats. It's like they know to stay away from me. Like no, seriously, like there's some women who like they get niggas, like cause niggas just they just attract niggas. But there's some women like you think twice about shooting your shot.
Right.
Cause you know you ain't got no chance. Like you really don't have a chance unless you got either your shit together or something.
Right.
And for me, like I just never had like none of my girlfriends have ever been like.
That's a blessing.
Yeah, like legit though. Like they may have been reformed or have previously been hood rats, but like no. My girls, any girlfriend that I've ever had, has always had a good job, good head on his shoulders, been educated. Like, because for me, that's what I like, we got to talk.
Right.
I like to talk.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right. Conversation got to be something. If you can't talk about nothing, and a lot of times people, when they're stuck in a certain mindset, it's only gonna last for so.
Well, my thing is when you got people stuck in a certain mindset, there's nothing to talk about.
Right.
Like, it's just like, all right, you feel how you feel, all right, cool. And not saying that you got to see things my way. I'm saying no, I am saying that you got to see things my way. But my thing is you don't have to agree with me.
Right.
You should see it my way, just like I see it your way.
Right. That makes sense though. You can see it. You can disagree, but as long as you can see what I'm saying. Even that. So I feel like being from Jersey, coming here, like I noticed a unique difference.
What part of Jersey you from? You say it like Jersey's like so far. Like,
nah, Jersey is where I'm from. It is because when y'all think of Jersey, y'all don't.
No, that's not true. Don't say y'all. Don't say y'all.
And Philly.
When I think of Jersey, first of all, you got to remember. You see, you don't even know who you're talking to.
Okay.
Number one.
Okay.
47% of my family is from the northern part of New Jersey. Okay. So when I think of Jersey, I think of the entire state.
Okay.
So there's different parts. I know Jersey's broken up seriously into 3 parts. There's North Jersey, which is Newark, Hillside, Irvington, the Oranges, whatever, all of that. That's where my family's from.
You actually on point with that.
Right.
Central Jersey.
Central Jersey. That's Piscataway. That's New Brunswick. That's Trenton. That's that's. If we on the turnpike, that's exits between exit 7 and about exit 9, 10-ish.
He's actually beyond on point.
Come on, dog. And
really on point,
and then the third part of Jersey is South Jersey. You know what I'm saying? Which is essentially Philly. North Jersey is essentially New York.
Absolutely.
And then don't forget, then the part that we really don't speak of is Ocean, New Jersey.
Right. That's
where
for sure.
Down the shore. Like, people think Atlantic City not sweet, dog.
Yo, it's actually terrible out there.
Yeah, Atlantic City, like, outside of like that shit really is monopoly.
It is god awful out there.
Yeah. Man. So, but yes, I do know Jersey. But my thing is, what part of Jersey?
So I'm from Plainfield, so that's technically.
I know what Plainfield is.
Right. When you said that between exits 7 and 9,
I'm like,
you exactly where I'm from. So
yeah,
being a Jersey guy, I feel like coming to Philly, I just noticed a difference in the women. I feel like, and it's not.
Well, you from Plainfield.
Yeah,
that's the difference. Like, you gotta remember, I'm not saying Plainfield is sweet, but like, I mean, like,
it ain't Philly. It ain't Philly.
It's not Philly, yeah. Like, and my thing is, women here are a little bit more aggressive, but you gotta realize they gotta be aggressive.
Because of where they at, and that
because
makes sense.
dog, these niggas is scary, man.
Listen, I ain't gonna lie. I had a young lady tell me she pulled a gun on her boyfriend's mom, and I was like, wow, that's a little different. Like, I ain't gonna lie, but when I took the
but the question is, what did the boyfriend mom do?
And literally. The story when I heard, I can't remember it like detail for detail, but I don't think it warranted the pulling the gun out. But the fact is that is what happens. Like, it's every joint I think I done spoke to out here has a gun. It's just like, what? Like, back home, like, that's not even a thought process.
Yeah, I mean,
at least where I'm at.
I'm not saying who I know has a gun, who I don't know has a gun, but no, but you gotta, man, Philly is not for the weak, man. So, like, and I'm not saying like I grew up in the hardest of times and because I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I grew up in a nice neighborhood, you know what I'm saying, from uptown.
Okay.
And but at the end of the day though, like, it wasn't sweet. And my thing is, you also know niggas. I think that Jersey, I just think when we be like, oh, Jersey, I'm like, there's not a big difference. Like,
really,
it's really not. Like, the same music we grew up on, like, there's a difference between, okay, I tell people this. Growing up in Philly, growing up in Jersey, growing up in Delaware, growing up in New York, growing up in Baltimore, growing up in Boston, growing up in D.C. If you're from Boston to D.C., we probably have similar childhoods.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Once you start getting below Virginia,
then shit get a little weird.
It's a little different. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying, like, but you got, like you know what I mean? Like, okay, prime example. A prime example to this was the Eve and Trina battle.
Okay.
I said, yo, you're not going to sit here and look me in the eye and tell me not only does Trina have 20 songs, but 20 songs better than Eve.
I'm gonna be. I couldn't really name much on either side.
But here's the thing though, you know way more Eve than you do know Trina.
That is a fact.
You know what I'm saying? And also, I mean, outside of, and I'm not looking at Eve from a Philly standpoint. People don't realize Eve is a Grammy-winning artist.
That is true too.
Eve is arguably one of the greatest women rappers of all time.
That is a fact.
Lyrically too, like Eve will shut you the fuck. Like, she ain't sweet. The only problem with Eve was she lasted for a blip in time.
Right.
Musically.
Right.
Like, it was really like she came and left. She don't be on no drama shit. She don't be out here like think of most of the female rappers in that day. I'm not talking about but like Kaya and Trina and Rod Digger.
Right,
and like Digger. think of these women. Like no, these are all the because they ain't in the same era as Latifah.
No. But Rod Digger is there. But when you say
and they're
Rod
not
Digger,
really in the same era as Kim and Foxy.
Right.
There's the next era, which was Eve, Trina, Rod Digger, and Kaya. If I'm missing anybody, I'm sorry.
Right.
But Emil, remember Emil?
Yeah, she was also a blip though in time.
But like Eve held it down from like 99 to like 03. Then had a TV show.
Yeah.
She was in 2 barbershops. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, Eve tough,
much respect to Eve.
You know what I mean? And I'm saying it like I know her personally. I have no stake in this argument. But what I'm saying is like the reason why I brought that battle up though is because like I'm able to tell you like, yo, Eve has cemented her place in hip hop history. Nobody knows any albums from Trina.
That is a fact though.
Nobody can tell me outside, like you know what I'm saying. And I've never heard a Trina song without Trick Daddy being on it.
Right, or a feature.
Or something. Right, you know what I'm saying?
That's
so it's like, yo, like you not like and no diss to Trina again. Like I'm just saying, like to me in my head it wasn't close. But I'm talking to people from down south and they like, whoa, Clint.
Because they listen.
They were privy to some shit we just weren't privy to.
Right.
Like think about it. That Cash Money movement shit, bro, happened way before we got it.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying? We didn't get it till the 99 and 2000. Them niggas was taking over in 95.
Right. And on some, it's funny though, and that's because when you go down south, Atlanta especially, that's why their artists stay popping. Like Gucci Man, for example.
Because they support their artists. They keep their artists working.
But so when you look at
they look at their artists as legends.
They really do though.
You know what I mean?
Gucci Man is not somebody I think if you come up north. Like you either gotta really like Gucci.
Well, nah. See, here's the thing. Here's where you wrong. Cause like Gucci was a big deal in college.
No, you talking about this. So I'm a huge Gucci fan.
When I was in college, I could not like, man. When I was in college, I remember first of all the best rapper while I was in college was Lil Wayne.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not, and it wasn't close. Like it's Lil Wayne. But Gucci Mane and Jeezy and them niggas like that was
the era. That's why I think they had the best verses I've seen, the Gucci and Jeezy. Well, obviously the controversy.
The best verses hands down was Teddy Riley and Babyface.
You think so?
Man, you know why? It changed verses.
How so? Because I don't think that's one of those.
Bro,
I ain't gonna lie. I was like, yeah, man.
See, this is where you eat. Showing your age and showing what you grew up around, man. So first of all, you can't say '90s R&B without Babyface.
That's a fact.
He wrote everything. Now, he wrote 70%. R. Kelly wrote about 20, and then 10 is miscellaneous.
Right.
And if you remember, though, Verzuz was just playing music in your house.
Damn, you're right from 2 Screen, right? But they made it.
Teddy Riley tried to make it an event. This nigga had the studio, had the Dougie front, had the man in the back doing the Bismarck.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like he was going. You know what I mean? And it changed how they made Verzuz a production, but also hit for hit. Bro, that was a good time.
That was a good.
Earth, Wind, and Fire versus the Isley Brothers was another good one. But if I have to say, like rap-wise, which one was the best one?
I'm trying to think of who we had. Fab and
Jada was funny.
Crazy. Yeah,
that shit was funny. I ain't know Jada got that drunk.
Yo, he was lit. Yo,
he was super lit.
Matter of fact, versus coming up on the 3rd. You got the Locks versus Dipset. Who you got?
I got Dipset.
You got Dipset. All right, give me. We got 1 minute for they probably come in here and start snatching us out. But give me why Dipset over the Locks? Though?
I think Dipset has. First of all, we already saw Jadakiss already, so we're going to be familiar with the songs that he plays, even though they're going to play different joints. Like I didn't even think about this. They're going to probably play like some of Styles albums, you know what I'm saying? They're going to play a lot of stuff. But bro, they're not even going to play Dipset stuff. They're going to play some old Jewel shit.
Yeah, Jewel's is really going to carry it in my opinion.
They're going to play some old Cam. No, but people forget how big and how tough Cam was. Like, and then Jim Jones. And like, we missed them more.
Damn, that's a good point. And then you got
we've missed them more.
And we've had each of them kind of run a certain part of an era while also still being part of that team. Because it was Cam, and then it went from Cam to Jewel. Jimmy got hits. Like Jim Jones has hits.
Jim Jones got a few joints under his belt. And I'm not a big Jim Jones fan.
Me neither, but
like my favorite one out of Dipset is Cam.
Okay.
Cam is my guy, dog. Like, you know, I was playing some shit. He reposted me the other day, man. He had a line where he says, what Cam say? He was like, he said, "Go ahead, stupid niggas, go fuck with them chicks. I'm the third little piggy. I'm a fuck with them bricks.
Damn.
Matter of fact, bakery, I got pies and cakes. Niggas think doubling is turning 5 to 8. I turn 8 to 20, 20 to 100, 100 to 1,000, that to 100,000.
Listen.
In front of housing, close the wall down, dog. No one's allowed in. I'm copping everything. I'm done with browsing."
Cam is
That's
that
my
guy.
man, dog.
Cam really is real life.
That's my
Rico
man,
in
dog.
real life though. Like, shout out to Cam.
Yeah, dog. He had bars, fam.
I want to see though, cause the Lock's gonna come with some
No,
shit.
no. He's nobody in that. Well, okay. The best individual rapper in that room is Jadakiss.
Absolutely.
And it's not close.
Absolutely.
But
see, it depends on who you ask.
it's
Styles,
not close, dog. It ain't close.
For me, I don't care where you at, who you are. I put on Styles P, the Wait a Minute freestyle.
No, well,
and you going?
but you got Jadakiss. Just I've never heard Jadakiss say anything corny in my life.
Never. That is a fact.
I've never heard that man say nothing corny in my life.
That's actually a fact though.
He has Jadakiss perfect, good bars, perfect cadence, perfect voice. Like, he's a rapper, man.
He's consistent. Too.
He's consistent.
Listen,
Man.
I appreciate you for coming through the
Man,
Kick It.
thank you for having me, bro.
You helped me pop off the Josh Jackson radio show, first episode.
Oh, this is the first episode.
Yeah. So you know what I mean? It's gonna be interesting. You know what I mean? It's gonna be a lot to learning process, but this shit felt so good that I know this is exactly what the fuck I'm supposed to do. So
Keep doing it, bro.
listen, man, I appreciate you.
No doubt.
You know how that go.